Hello traders, this is a live trade recap. I took 3 trades this morning right at the market open using my top gainers trading plan, and I'm going to show you everything that happened with those trades in just a moment. We'll also go over some interesting statistics at the end of the video. We've now taken 42 trades with this trading plan. We want to take it to 100 before we decide just how profitable it is. If you're new around here, I'm going to play my intro video. Otherwise, you can just skip ahead 3 minutes and you should be caught up. So let's go to the intro right now. Welcome to Trading Armor. My name is David, and as of the recording of this introduction, it is August 15th, 2022. I've been actively trading the stock market for over 2.5 years now. I'm going to use this introduction for many videos, so check the date of the one you're watching right now. It's probably much more recent. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back and feel free to skip over this intro. But if you're new around here, thanks for stopping by and allow me to introduce myself and give you a few reasons as to why you may or may not want to stick around. My journey as a trader began in May of 2020, and like most new traders, I quickly realized that trading is not as easy as most people make it out to be. In fact, it's downright difficult. Luckily, even when I was new, I approached it with caution, which kept me from blowing up my account. Eventually, I realized that if I had any chance of being a profitable trader, that I needed not only a good strategy, but a well thought out and written day trading plan. I also needed the discipline to trade that plan exactly the same way every single day. I get my discipline from forward testing all of these trading plans by taking 100 trades or more, collecting the data, and from that data I can produce statistics. Once I know my statistics, I can go into the market with some expectation of what's going to happen, and that makes it very easy for me to stay disciplined and stick to my plan. We've already proven a small cap trading plan profitable after taking 100 trades, but we also proved that plan was quite tedious to trade. So right now, I am currently forward testing 2 new trading plans. One of them is for active day traders, people that want to trade the market every single day right at the open. That plan is called the Top Gainers Trading Plan, and the other plan is quite different. Both of them can be traded individually or simultaneously. The other plan is for people that may not be around during market hours or just don't have any desire to sit in front of charts all day. That's the SPXL day trading plan. Now, both of those trading plans have their own playlist on my YouTube channel, so you can check those out. Now, it's important to know that I am not a professional trader. I have absolutely no formal financial education. In fact, my first degree is in music, and later on I went back to school for physics. Yeah, physics. And I just recently finished a master's degree in medical physics, and I know all of that might sound really strange, but apparently I have a curious, creative, and problem-solving mind, which allows me to approach trading in a novel way. So stick around if you'd like to watch me try and apply my odd educational background and unique life experiences to the very unusual world of the stock market. Thank you. All right, so let's get back to, so now this is the live trading video. You can see it's like the market open. As I said in the intro, we're trading the Top Gainers plan here. Whenever you see this, please stand by. That's because I'm restarting Webull. I like to do that right after 9:30. Maybe between 9:30 and 9:31, just to make sure that the top gainers list is properly refreshed. I also check it with my laptop, which is right next to me. You can't see it on the screen, obviously, but I highly recommend doing that if you're using any kind of screener or the top gainer screener. Just have another source that you can kind of check to make sure you're getting the correct data. So anyway, excuse me. So right now, the interesting thing that happened today was that KPRX was the very first stock that we pulled up. Let me just back it up just a little bit. You'll see me pull it up. It's the #1 top gainers stock on the top gainers list. The first stock I pull up, and it's immediately breaking out above its previous session high, and that's why that was the stock that we must trade based on the trading plan. Whichever stock breaks out above its previous high first, that's the one we trade, and we just stick with that because it's impossible to try and figure out which stock is the one that's going to run today. We had, with the small cap trading plan, we had all of this criteria that was supposed to guarantee that whatever stock we chose to trade was strong. There were so many things on that list, and we only traded that stock if every single criteria was met. And what happened is after 100 trades, we were only up 15R. Sorry about the noise in the background. That's my cat jumping around. We were only up 15R after 100 trades, and it took us like 9 months with some breaks, probably 5 or 6 months without breaks, to collect all those trades, to be able to take 100 trades. So the moral of the story there, the point is that even with all this criteria being met and using perfect trader discipline, meaning we only took trades when all that criteria was met, the probability of the trade working out doesn't seem to be any higher than using this very simple criteria that we have in the Top Gainers trading plan. And that's really the point, and the thing that I'm trying to prove with this Top Gainers trading plan is that, you know, maybe we can get away with the plan, the criteria not being so complicated. So that's where we are right now. KPRX is has already triggered us to watch for a trade, and now we're just waiting for a pullback. We're waiting for a 1 minute candle to make a new high. Let me show you that live. So this would be trade number 1. We took 3 trades altogether. So let's see trade number 1 get triggered. I'm just waiting for the break of this 1 minute candle here, which I believe the high was $27.99, which is 27.99 cents. So I'm waiting for anything higher than that. So watch the price bubble. You see now 28 cents, and I trigger my hotkeys immediately. And whenever you're trading stocks in this price range, this kind of sub $1 range or right around $1, you're going to have some issues with the orders getting triggered when you use the hotkeys. And that's what happened there. And I had to just cancel that profit target order so that I could put a bracket order in. And when that happens, you just left click on the position, and it gives you that close by stop loss take profit option, and you click on that. And now we have our proper bracket order out. And then all I need to do is calculate my profit target. We're trading all or nothing 3R, which means that every single profit target is going to be 3 times the risk of each trade, right? So the risk is determined by the price action, and this is what our risk is right now, the difference between these two values, and our profit target goes 3 times that amount above our position. So there you see me setting the profit target. And this trade was kind of interesting because it looked for a while like it was, well, at first it looked like we're going to get stopped out, and then we saw some buyers come in, and it looked like this could be an easy one and done day. So there you see the price getting pushed up quite a bit. Then we get a little bit of a pullback, and we get another push, I believe. Or maybe not. Maybe that was the big push. Well, we get a couple little more teases to the upside, and then eventually we get stopped out. I just want to show you that live. But it's interesting also just how long it took for this trade to get stopped out. It would be really impossible to predict what's going to happen in this trade. The price action is so choppy, and you'll probably just drive yourself crazy trying to figure out, you know, which direction it's going to go, or if it's even going to go in any direction other than sideways, which is kind of what it did until it stopped us out here. So let's just see that live, and then you'll see trade number 2. So that's trade number 1 done, and the trading plan tells me I have to take another trade at this point. So that's what we're doing. We're getting ready to take our second trade, and we're going to get triggered in it pretty soon. So here we go. Let me just show you that live. So it was really for the break of this 1 minute candle, but again, I was trying some other hotkeys, and other than the first one that I used on the first trade, trying to see if I could get the order to kind of go through a little bit more smoothly. And you could see I was having some issues. Actually, that wasn't it there. That was a kind of me just clicking the keyboard. Let me just see if I can get that live. Should be in just a few seconds. So there's where we were triggered. You can see I'm trying to enter into a trade. It said submitted successfully, but there's no sign of a position anywhere. So, and then you can see an order cancel notice. So I'm just trying a few different hotkeys, seeing what works best with these sub $1 stocks. And eventually I just trigger, I think, the same hotkey that I used at the beginning. I'm not sure about that 100%, but anyway, we're in the trade now. So again, I use that close position by stop loss take profit, and that gets my bracket orders out there. First thing to do always is to move the stop loss in place right away, because you never know, these things can flush down on you very quickly. So that's the most important thing. Forget about the profit target until that's in place, and then you can worry about the profit target. So Now we calculate our profit target. And we just let the trade play out. This is trade number 2. And then you can see me get stopped out. Let me just show you that live. We get stopped out on trade number 2. So it's interesting that this thing did come right back down to its previous high, its pre-market high. But you just never know when that's going to happen. You could say, you know, you guys could do whatever you want, of course. You could come up with a trading plan that says, okay, I'm going to watch one of these top gainers, and I'm only going to enter the trade if it comes down to its previous high. But you're going to have a lot of frustrating days doing that. So that's one of the reasons why I like taking the very first entry that I get, which is the first pullback. And if you go through my playlist on the top gainers trading, you'll see that that does work out quite. I mean, it works out often enough to do it. So we get, you know, those one and done days, which are always nice. And after we're done collecting 100 trades, we'll know exactly, you know, what makes the most sense to do. So anyway, this is trade number 3 now. And I decided, I don't think it would have mattered. I could have placed my stop loss directly below this previous candle, and this trade still would have worked. But since we were so near that previous high, I decided to place it just below that level. And then all of that extra risk that I add there, which is not much at all, gets added into the reward. So, you know, if you increase the risk on the trade, you increase the reward. And that's why, you know, sometimes you guys might look at some of my stop loss placements and think, wow, that's really tight. You know, you should give it more room. But if I give it more room on the stop loss, then I have to give it more room on the profit target, and we could decrease the likelihood of the profit target getting hit. So anyway, now we're in trade number 3. We're all done for the day no matter what happens here. If the stop loss gets hit, we're done. If the profit target gets hit, we're done either way. So now we just let the trade play out. I'll fast forward so you don't have to watch through it. But again, look at this. I mean, it pops up and it looks weak again. You've already taken 2 losses. You might be thinking, let me just get out for break even or this little bit of profit that I have right here and walk away. No, that's not what the trading plan says to do. And what we do here is we stick to the plan. We use trader discipline. So we just let it do its thing. If it stopped us out, that'd be fine. We would still have a successful trading day because we stuck to our trading plan. So, but luckily, we didn't have to do that. We just let the thing go up and hit our profit target. Interestingly enough, this thing went, let's see, 1/10,000th, I think, of a cent higher than our, actually, anyway, it went 0.0001 cent higher than our profit target. And we did get hit. So let me just show you that live. Fast forward here. There we go. Let me back it up so you can see it live. And you can see that I did not move the profit target, even though it was kind of shaking around right near it. I just wait and let it hit, and it hit that 27-cent mark, and we got filled, and that's it. It never went higher than that. I still don't think it's gone higher than that. We can look at the chart right now just to see. And I'll also show you the P&L because I don't think I did that yet. Yeah, so this was where we got our third trade hit our profit target, and you could see that was the high of that candle, 27 cents. And after that, it came down, and it would have stopped us out if we were still in the trade. So, but the trade worked out only because we stuck to our trading plan, and it's as simple as that. So let's look at the P&L. This is important because normally one of the reasons why I trade all or nothing 3R is because in, say, the at least hypothetical situation, it would always work out to where that third trade would make us green on the day. Now, sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. But the third trade today kept us from being more red, and we're very small red on the day. So let's just make sure that we're set to just today, August 25th, and we can see that we lost 212 on that trade. Our SPXL trade is in the green right now, so that's why these numbers are different, but we lost $2.12 in total on those 3 trades with KPRX, but we would have been red about $8 or $10, something like that. We can look at the spreadsheet right now and go over the statistics here. So let's see, that first trade we lost about $5.60, and then the second trade we lost about $2.35. So just under $8 would be where we would be red if we stopped after the second trade, or and if that third trade didn't work, we would have been down about $10. So we weren't really adding that much more risk either by taking that third trade. So, but in the end, we won the third trade, and we ended up making the loss of the day much smaller. So we're still green on this trading plan, even with we've had a pretty rough go at it this week and the previous week, but we're still green. We're still up $24 on this plan. We're only risking an average of about $4 on each trade. I did add this column in, and I wanted to show you this because I was trying to avoid this kind of thing. I just wanted to keep this spreadsheet as simple as possible, but it's very important that we know at least that I could show you the risk that we take on each trade, because something happens on these trades which you may not understand unless you saw the risk. Is there's an average risk after 42 trades. The average risk we take on each trade is just about $4, but we're not always going to be taking a trade with that average risk, and I don't really think it's something that you should try to control. I think that over time it's going to average out. As you see, the average risk is about $4, and that should mean that most of these trades should have a risk of right around that average, but you're going to have anomalies, and you could, if you just look down this list, you're going to see quite a few of those. So anyway, like we have, for example, this trade here with MYSZ, which had a risk of $10, and we lost that trade, and so we lost $10 on that one trade. But likewise, we have a trade here with VEEE, which had a risk of about $10, and we won that trade, and we won about $30 on that trade because we're trading all or nothing 3R. So sometimes it works in your favor and sometimes it works against you, but after a bunch of trades, 100 trades or more, it should all average out, and that's what I expect to happen, and that's what's happening so far. It's pretty interesting. If you look at our average risk, which is 393, and you multiply that by our profit target that we're testing, that the 3R profit target is now up 6R, you're going to get very close to this $24. We're about 6.1 times our risk right now. So it's all working out. And all of the, this 6R here that we're up, this is like a theoretical or a calculated result. This is not what we're actually getting. We're up a little bit more than that, about 6.1. But the fact that those things are too close to, or very close together, kind of shows you how everything is averaging out. What else is interesting is the other profit targets that we're tracking. 2R is break even, which is basically what I expected from this trading plan before I even took these trades. We'll see if it stays that way, but that's what we saw with our small cap testing, was that we were basically break even with 2R, and we were profitable with the 3R profit target. And that's what we're seeing so far with this top gainers plan. So everything is kind of as expected. With a 4R profit target, which may sound better on the trades that work out, you're getting 4 times your risk. You're actually losing a lot more money here than well, obviously these aren't losing money, but you're down 14R with the 4R profit target. You're down 15R with a 5R, and this is the 6R, 7R, 8R, 9R, and 10R. So none of the trades have gone to 10R. A few have gone to 9R, and that's why this is up a little bit higher than like our, let's see, 6R. But again, you can see the clear winner here is the 3R profit target. That doesn't mean that the 3R profit target is the best for every scenario. It's just working out the best for this trading plan, and it also worked out the best for our small cap trading plan. And what else can I show you? Like our P&L curve. I want to do a big recap for the weekend as well, but that won't come out till Sunday. So we might as well go over some more statistics here while I've got you. The overall win rate is up 28.57%. The break even is 25%, so that's still very profitable, even though I'm sure to the most of you guys watching this, you're thinking, wow, this is ridiculous. That's such a low win rate. Well, if your main goal is to achieve a high win rate, it's going to be very difficult for you to be profitable, because you're going to be so focused on just winning your trades at whatever cost, which means that your winners are going to be tiny and your losers are going to be huge. And over time, that's just very difficult to keep up. So anyway, that's where we are here. Our first entry is showing that it's not profitable right now, but we're still pretty early on in the testing. We've taken 18 first entries so far, and 4 of them have won. All we need is like 1 or 2 winners, and we'll be back into profitable with that. So we'll see. Entry number 2, that one is profitable. Entry number 3 is the most profitable, but we've only taken 10 third entries. So our data is just not that meaningful yet. But anyway, and we're up 4% on this account. This is, again, is the P&L curve, which looks pretty erratic, but this tracks every single trade, not just each day. So again, if you just drew a trend line from here to here, it looks much smoother. But anyway, I don't want to get into how we can analyze the different data. The other statistics that I'm tracking, which I really like having, is the probability that I'll have a 1 and done day, a 2 and 1 day, and a 3 and 1 day. What's interesting right now is that they're all equal. So anything can happen basically at this moment. What is more likely to happen as of our data so far is a max loss day. That is the most probable outcome of our trading so far. But again, we've only had 18 trading days. So how meaningful is that data yet? Not that much. And the main thing is that we're still profitable after this. We're up 4% on the account. We're showing 6R return on the 3R profit target. So anyway, it is what it is. I don't really want to try to interpret it any more than I have already. We're 42 trades into this. You can see right here, we still have, 58 more to go before we've gotten to 100 trades, and that we can really talk about all the statistics and their meaning. So that's where we are right now. Hopefully this video is helpful to you. The main message that I want to get across in all of my videos is that you need to go into every single trade with a plan. Hopefully that plan is the same every day. Otherwise, if you're trading random plans and taking random trades every day, your results are also going to be random, and they're not going to have any meaning, even if you're tracking them, especially if you're just tracking your P&L. So anyway, that's my rant. So go into every single trade with a plan. Stick to that plan no matter what. Always take your stop losses, honor your profit target, and in the long run, you should be green. By the way, if you're still with me, watch out for the SPXL trading video later on today, because we are in a trade with that trading plan as well. All right, guys, take care.